Alright, students, let's go ahead and revise the first chart which is there in our revision. The first chart is GST introduction, overview, and administration. Everyone over here. The first thing which comes in GST introduction, overview, and administration. The first thing is Article number 366, Clause 12A, which goes ahead and says GST means any tax on supply of goods, services, or both, except alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Sir, the next one over here is, what do you mean by tax? Tax means what, everyone? Tax means a compulsory payment which you do under an act. It is done to whom? It is done to the government, so that government can provide you various public services like healthcare, education, infrastructure, etc. The next one over here is, what is the difference between people? Are you guys able to recall in your brain? You have to go ahead and keep revising and also keep recalling. Yes, everyone. Now, direct tax, indirect tax. What is direct tax, everyone? Direct tax, I went ahead and told you it is imposed on taxpayer and he only bears the burden. Indirect tax is imposed on goods and service, and who bears the burden? The ultimate consumer who consumes the goods or service bears the burden. Direct tax is income tax, indirect tax is GST and custom. The next one over here is direct tax is progressive. You progress, tax also progresses. Indirect tax is regressive. It is same for all income level. Then we went ahead and understood about the deficiencies in the existing tax system. What was the problems in the existing tax system because of which GST came in? Number one, cascading effect, tax on tax. Number two, everyone. Number two, no SANVAT credit was given to trader or dealer after the manufacturing stage. Right. Number three, everyone, double taxation was happening because there was no integration between VAT and service tax. And number four, there were a lot of taxes which were there like luxury tax, entertainment tax, etc., which were not being subsumed. The next one over here is various features of GST. Sir, what are the various features of GST? GST is a tax. GST is a tax on supply. GST is a consumption tax. GST is a destination based tax. The tax will ultimately go where? Where the goods are finally destined or where the goods are finally consumed. And the last one over here is GST is a value added tax. VAT system has been adopted in GST. You buy anything, you will get the credit. If you are a supplier, basically, you will go ahead and get the credit. When you sell, you will go ahead and charge GST. You will set it off and you will pay the balance to the government. The next one over here is, what are the benefits of GST? Sir, creation of unified national market. One nation, one market, one tax has been created. One nation, one market, one tax. It means you buy from anywhere, you will be able to take the credit. The next one is boost to make in India initiative. Because you get the credit, now cost of the items will come down. When the cost of raw material, etc., comes down, Indian made products will become cheaper, and because of that, make in India initiative will be boosted. The next is, when make in India is cheaper, people will invest in the country and investments in the country will go up. Because investment in the country is coming, new industries are coming, employment also will go up. Sir, because of coming of GST, what is the other benefit? Ill effects of cascading are gone. No more tax on tax is happening. Ease of doing business has happened, and automated processes have come. Now in GST, you can take registration, payment, refund, etc. All ke liye automated processes are there. More use of what is done? Information technology. Sir, compliance burden has come down. Now I am registered only under GST, so only GST ka compliances will be done by me. Earlier, when you used to be registered under multiple taxes ka multiple compliances were there under Act, but now under GST, only one compliance, which is under GST ka compliance. The next one over here is benefit to small traders and entrepreneurs. Small traders who are there, because the threshold limit is 40 lakh for supplier of goods. Services ke liye 20 lakh is there, 10 lakh. We'll talk about that later. But because limit has been increased, now limit for supplier of goods is 40 lakh. So people who are going ahead and small entrepreneurs or traders who are there are being benefited. The next one over here is multiple taxes, double taxation is gone. Now, one important point which I want you guys to remember is central taxes subsumed, state taxes which are gone, state taxes which are not gone. So central taxes which are swaha, which are being Swaha means subsumed, are central excise duty, service tax, sir, countervailing duties, special countervailing duties, etc., which are charged under customs, and central sales tax and surcharges and cess like Krishi Kalyan cess, Swachh Bharat cess, service tax gone. All these cesses also are gone. The next one over here is, what are the state taxes which are gone because of coming of GST? Number one is state surcharge and cess. Entertainment tax is also gone, which were levied on movies, etc. But other than entertainment tax, which is charged by local bodies like panchayat and municipality. The next one, taxes on lottery, betting, gambling, gone baba. Then entry tax, purchase tax, VAT, sales tax, and luxury tax are also gone because of coming of GST. The next one over here is, what are the taxes? People, you have to talk with me. What are the taxes which are not gone because of coming of GST? Sir, the taxes which are not gone are basic custom duty, import duty, export duty are still continuing. Entertainment tax, which is charged by local body, panchayat, municipality, etc., is still continuing. Property tax, stamp duty still continues. Electricity duty still continues. SED, state excise duty on alcoholic liquor for human consumption, and central excise duty on HP man. What is HP man, everyone? High speed diesel, petroleum crude, motor spirit, aviation turbine fuel, and natural gas. These five item pay central excise duty is still being levied. Are we all clear? The next one over here is dual model. India has adopted which model, everyone? Dual model of GST. And you know what? This dual model is basically the Canadian model which has been adopted by India. Are we clear, everyone? India has adopted Canadian model of GST. Can I go ahead, everyone? Actually, it's a dual model. Dual model means India has adopted dual model of GST, which is imposed what? Concurrently by the center and the state. Baba, whenever one transaction will happen, central government will also charge GST, state government also will charge GST. The GST which will be charged by the center is known as CGST, and the GST which will be levied by the state or union territory is known as what, everyone? SGST or UTGST. Now the next thing which we entered and learned was on the right side, which was intrastate or interstate. Always remember one thing, trade or commerce can be of two types. What are the two types of trade and commerce, everyone? One is intra and one is inter. What is intrastate trade, everyone? Whenever transaction is happening within the same state, within the same union territory, we go ahead and call it what? Intrastate. In intrastate, which are CGST, SGST, and CGST, UTGST. Interstate means whenever transaction is happening between two different states, two different UT, one state, one UT, and two different country. We always call it what? Interstate, and we go ahead and charge IGST. Remember one thing, India has been divided into 28 states and 8 union territories. Out of the 8 union territories, there are 3 union territories with legislature. What are the 3 union territories, everyone? Delhi, Puducherry, which is Pondi, and Jammu and Kashmir. And hence, this how many states we have from GST point of view? 31 state. Union territory with legislature are termed as state in GST. Can I go ahead, everyone? And hence, in the state, whenever transaction is happening, we'll charge CGST and SGST within the state, right, everyone? Now, how many remaining union territories are there? Andaman and Nicobar Island, Lakshadweep, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and Daman and Diu. This is one only, everyone. And the last one is Ladakh and Chandigarh. Ladakh is one and Chandigarh is one. These five union territories which are there, whenever transaction happens within the union territory, always remember we'll charge CGST plus UTGST. Can I go ahead, everyone? Now, on the right hand side, if you go ahead and understand, I've gone ahead and told about, you should remember this, 1 mark can be asked. What is it, everyone? I've gone ahead and told about the various goods and service. Now, on the various goods and service, supposing alcoholic liquor for human consumption, what will be charged, everyone? State excise duty, and whenever it is sold within the state, VAT, outside the state, CST. Sir, whenever HP man, what is HP man, everyone? Everyone with me? High speed diesel, petroleum crude, motor spirit, aviation turbine fuel, and natural gas. On these 5 petroleum products, what will be charged? Central excise duty on manufacturing, and when we sell within the state, VAT, outside the state, CST. The next one is tobacco and tobacco product. Always remember, central excise duty will be charged, and whenever it is sold, GST will be charged. Opium, narcotic, Indian hemp, etc., drug substances which are being manufactured, always remember, state excise duty will be charged. Whenever it is sold, GST. Any other goods and service, GST, GST, and only GST. The next thing which we wanted and learned about was the constitutional provision, everyone. Learning about the constitutional provision is important because when GST came in, the constitution was being amended by the 101 Constitutional Amendment Act. So we are going ahead and understanding now constitutional provision. The first article which is there is article number 265. No tax shall be levied also or collected unless without the authority of law. Then, sir, who has the authority? Parliament has. When it makes law, Parliament can make law for the whole of India or the territory of India. State legislature can make law only for the state or the part of the state. Are we clear, everyone? Now, so that common topic where they don't make a law and dispute among themselves, government went ahead and divided the power to make law between Parliament, state legislature, and both the government together. Yes, everyone? Basically, here article number 246 का 7th schedule में government went ahead and told union list, state list, and concurrent list. Union list में whatever entries are told, who can make the law? Basically, central government will go ahead and propose the law and get it passed through the parliament. So parliament makes the law. The second one over here is state legislature. Union list number 2 may whatever is told, state legislature makes the law, and last is concurrent list. Central government and state government together makes the law. Right, everyone? But one article was there, which was article number 254, which went ahead and told what? Law made by parliament will always be supreme. Now, states went ahead and told when GST is coming in, both of us should have equal powers to make the law, and hence to give equal power to both of them so that they can concurrently collect GST, together collect GST on a transaction. Article number 246 A was introduced, which went ahead and provided the parliament the power to make the law relating to CGST, and state legislature will make the law relating to SGST. Basically, they went ahead and provided the law power to the parliament and state legislature to levy GST simultaneously. But always remember one thing: whenever it is interstate transaction, Parliament will have exclusive power to make law with respect to interstate trade and commerce. The next one over here is article number 269A, which goes ahead and says that, sir, okay, Parliament will make the law relating to interstate trade and commerce. That is, IGST ka law will be made by whom? Parliament. Then it goes ahead and says in article number 269A that, sir, IGST shall be levied and collected by whom? Central government. It will be apportioned between the union and the state. Basically, central government will collect IGST, and Baba, it will apportion between central government and the state government. State government, which state government, everyone? Destination state. Can I go ahead, everyone? The next one over here is article number 279A. Again, a very important section, which article which I feel you guys should remember. It says GST Council. It talks about the GST Council. Sir, can you please tell about the GST Council? Baba, tell me one thing. GST Council. How many members are there in the GST Council, everyone? 33 members. Remember, always GST Council has 33 members. Half of the number of members, half means half of the number of members should be present so that the quorum can be achieved. Quorum can be achieved. Sir, now out of these 33 members, how many members are union member? 2 union member. How many are state finance minister or taxation ministers? 31 states ka 31 state finance minister or taxation minister will be there. Yes, everyone. Now, always remember one thing: 2 union members ka votes ka weight is 33.33%, and this people ka votes ka weight is how much? 66.67%. And always remember, it should be always divided by the number of members present and voting. For an example, in a GST Council meeting held one day, there has to be a decision which has to be taken. Decision to be taken, how much majority should be achieved, everyone? 75% is the majority to be achieved. Now, how to go ahead and calculate the 75%? Always remember, you should divide this 33% and 66.67% by the number of members present and voting. For an example, that day both the union members came, and states ka supposingly only 22 state finance minister or taxation ministers came. Then you have to go ahead and divide it by 2, and you have to go ahead and divide it by 22. So if 33% is divided by 2, then approximately 16.5% per union member ka vote ka weight will be. So supposingly Nirmala Sitharaman told, yes, I agree that this decision should be, for an example, lottery ke liye they went ahead and told whether it should be 12% or 28%. Nirmala Sitharaman told, yes, I agree, it should be 28%. Then Baba, votes casted in favor 16.5% approximately. Another, who is another member? One is chairman, union finance minister is the chairman. Number 2, union minister of state, who is in charge of revenue and finance, again union minister. He told, yes, I also agree. Then 16.5% casted in favor. Now this should be divided by the number of members present and voting. So per member ka vote will be approximately how much, everyone? 3%. 3%. So, sir, supposingly Karnataka told, yes, I agree. Then, Baba, 3% votes casted in favor. Tamil Nadu told, yes, 28% should be the rate on lottery. Yes, I agree. Then again, 3% votes casted in favor. Like this, 75% has to be achieved. Only then majority will get. Majority is achieved. Did you guys understand this, everyone? Yes, everyone over here now. GST Council was constituted on what date? 15th of September 2016. How many members? 2 union members, 31 state finance minister, or taxation minister. Okay, everyone, make it taxation minister, or any minister which is nominated by the state. Sir, how much is the quorum? Half of the number of members. Majority is achieved by what, everyone? 3/4. That is 75% of the weighted votes of the member present and voting. Remember, it should be the number of members present and voting. Say you will divide the weights. And then weights of the vote of center is 1/3. State is how much, everyone? 2/3. Now this is one very important point, which is functions of the GST Council. Always remember, what are the functions of the GST Council, everyone? The function is to make recommendation to the union and state regarding the taxes, cess, surcharges to be subsumed. All these taxes which were subsumed, who went ahead and told which taxes will be subsumed, which taxes will not be subsumed? GST Council. The next one, the rate of GST, who will decide? GST Council. Goods which will be subject to and exempted from GST, who will decide? GST Council. And special provision with respect to special category state. Can you tell me, everyone, what is special category state? Remember, they are also humans, and you should remember always, humans of Tripura and Jammu and Kashmir. What is H, everyone? Himachal Pradesh. U means Uttarakhand. Then M means Meghalaya, Manipur, and Mizoram. A for Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, and for someone will think Andhra Pradesh then. Arunachal. It should be Arunachal, not Andhra. Arunachal Pradesh. Take everyone. Then N for Nagaland. And the next one, everyone, Sikkim. And the last one over here is Tripura and Jammu and Kashmir. These are 11 special category states for which special provisions were made by the GST Council. GST Council will also go ahead and say the date on which GST will be levied on HP man. What is HP man, everyone? High speed diesel, petroleum crude, motor spirit, aviation turbine fuel, and natural gas. The more you repeat, the more you will remember. Can I go ahead, everyone? The next one over here is the threshold limit of turnover for registration. For which state, how much limit of turnover will be applicable for registration? That will also be decided by the GST Council. The last one over here in the right side is the common portal. The common portal is gst.gov.in, e-way bill gst.gov.in, e-invoicing 1, 2, 3, 4, like that 10 e-invoicing portals are there. All these are the common portal which are there. Why do we call it as a common portal? Because it's commonly used by the state government and the central government. Who manages the gst.gov.in? Goods and Service Tax Network. And who manages e-way bill and e-invoicing? National Informatics Center. Now, Goods and Service Tax Network, who manages the gst.gov.in? What are the various functions? Always remember, Goods and Service Tax Network, who manages the gst.gov.in, is a not-for-profit company under section number 8 of the Companies Act. Yes, everyone. Now, what are the various functions of the GSTN? They facilitate registration. You want to take registration, you go to gst.gov.in and you can take it. Sir, they do what? Computation and settlement of IGST. The next one, sir, matching of taxpayers tax payment details with the banking network. Sir, whether person have made the payment, whether government have received or not. Providing monthly information system report, MIS report. They go ahead and forward what? Returns to the central and state authorities, and also provide what? Analysis about a taxpayer's profile, whether he's a good person, whether this what kind of a person is he filing the return on time, sir, ITC has been taken correctly. All these taxpayers profile ke liye analysis will be provided by whom? GSTN. Now on the left hand side you have GSPs and ASPs. Baba, what is a GSP and ASP? A GSP is a GST Suvidha provider, and supposingly there is a taxpayer who is there, and this taxpayer supposingly is Reliance, and he wants to go ahead and upload the details on the gst.gov.in, which is basically made by whom? GSTN. So GSPs are basically ITES companies who go ahead and do what? They go ahead and customize products according to the need of the user, so that the data can be pulled from the taxpayers software and it can be pushed to the gst.gov.in. So GSPs act as a link between taxpayer and the gst.gov.in. Now sometimes these GSPs who are there, they go ahead and take the help of application service providers also, and the application service provider, basically they will go ahead and develop the application which will help the taxpayer in going ahead and uploading the details. Yes or no, everyone? And now always remember one thing, between the taxpayer and the GSP, who acts as a link? ASP. And GSPs act as a link between taxpayer and gst.gov.in. Yes or no, everyone? Now, what is the major work of the GSP? GSPs basically facilitate taxpayer in uploading invoice related details, in uploading the return, filing of return, all this ke liye facility. Basically, they facilitate whom? The taxpayers. Are we clear, everyone? So that is what is being told over here. Just a minute, everyone. Where is the revision? Yes, here. So it says over here, These are IT, ITS, financial technology company, GST Suvidha providers who are appointed by GST to develop application for whom? For taxpayers to interact with goods and service tax network. Taxpayer to interact with goods and service tax network. They facilitate taxpayer in uploading invoices, filing of return, and customizing product according to the needs of the user. They develop product according to the needs of the user. GSPs also take the help of application service provider, ASPs. GSPs act as a link between whom, everyone? Taxpayer and GSTN, and ASPs act as a link between whom? Taxpayer and the GSPs, right, everyone? The last one over here is cross empowerment. Always remember one thing: if my officer is a CGST officer, when he is passing an order to recover supposedly CGST from me, he will go ahead and pass an order for CGST also, and officer is cross empowered that he can go ahead and demand from me what? He will demand from me SGST also. CGST will keep, SGST will be passed to the state government. Are we clear? One person ka neck, CGST officer and HGST officer both will not catch. Whoever is your jurisdictional officer, if he is a CGST officer or if he is a, supposing my jurisdictional officer is an HGST officer, he will give me a demand for HGST also, and he is cross empowered under section number 6 to give me an order for what? To recover from me or to demand from me as CGST also. Are we all clear till here? Always remember one thing: if my officer is a CGST officer and he passes an order, against that order, when I want to go for an appeal, I have, if he is a CGST officer, appeal also will go where? To the central appellate authority. I can't go to the state appellate authority. If my officer is an SGST officer, then against that order, if I want to go for a revision, appeal, rectification, anything, I have to go to where? State appellate authorities. Are we clear, everyone? The same thing has been told over here. That's it, everyone. But remember one thing: this chapter is a C graded chapter. 2 to 4 mark is something which is maximum expected. I feel that from your exam point of view, central taxes subsumed, state taxes subsumed, and taxes which are not subsumed can be a 1 mark question which you should remember. Sir, cross empowerment is something good which you should remember. Article number 246A, Article number 269A, Article number 279A, along with the function. Okay, everyone? And these functions of GSTN. That's it, everyone. In my opinion, and the last one over here, right side, this. In my opinion, if you go ahead and study this much, should be good enough, right, everyone? I'll close my revision on GST introduction, overview, and administration.